The year is 1963. Across the globe, the winds of change are blowing. From the depths of space to the heart of human consciousness, a new era is dawning. The established order is being challenged, old certainties questioned. It is a year of immense tragedy but also of extraordinary hope. A year where dreams took flight, and the impossible seemed within reach. Join us now as we journey back to 1963, a pivotal year that irrevocably shaped the world we live in today. The world watches, captivated as the young American president and his wife navigate the sun-drenched streets of Dallas. There is an air of excitement, of optimism. John F. Kennedy, a beacon of hope for a generation, waves to the cheering crowds. His smile is infectious, his charisma undeniable, but destiny, it seems, had other plans. A sharp crack rends the air, abruptly silencing the joyful clamor. The motorcade, a moment ago a symbol of hope, descends into chaos. The world holds its breath. News trickles in, each bulletin more unbelievable than the last. The unthinkable has happened. President Kennedy is dead, struck down by an assassin's bullet. A dark cloud of grief settles over the globe. Hope, so bright just moments ago, flickers and dims. The world mourns the loss of a leader, an idealist, a man who dared to dream of a brighter future. August 28, 1963. Washington, D.C. simmers under the summer sun. But the heat is nothing compared to the burning passion igniting the National Mall. 250,000 souls united by a shared dream, stand shoulder to shoulder. They have come from every corner of America, drawn together by the irresistible call for equality. From the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, a voice rings out strong and clear, a voice that speaks of freedom, of justice, of a world where equality reigns supreme. Martin Luther King Jr., a Baptist minister with the heart of a lion, delivers his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech. His words, imbued with the spirit of hope and resilience, resonate across the mall and far beyond. A nation long divided listens with bated breath. Could this be the dawn of a new era, an era where equality and justice prevail? From the working-class streets of Liverpool, a new sound emerges. A raw, vibrant energy that pulsates with youthful rebellion and an insatiable zest for life. 4 young men, armed with guitars, drums, and a catalog of catchy tunes, ignite a cultural phenomenon unlike any seen before. Their name? The Beatles. Their music, a vibrant blend of rock and roll, pop and blues, transcends geographical boundaries and cultural differences. From Liverpool to London, New York to Tokyo, the world sways to the rhythm of Beatlemania. Teenagers scream themselves hoarse, fainting in the aisles of concert halls. Parents despair, bewildered by the sheer force of this musical revolution. But there's no denying the power of the Beatles. Their music, brimming with youthful optimism and a message of peace and love, captures the spirit of a generation yearning for change. Chapter 4. Reaching for the Stars, Syncom 2 takes flight. For millennia, humanity gazed up at the stars, dreaming of reaching beyond our earthly confines. In 1963, that dream takes a giant leap forward. From Cape Canaveral, a slender rocket pierces the sky, carrying with it the hopes and aspirations of a generation. Its precious cargo, Syncom 2, the world's first geostationary communications satellite. Syncom 2 achieves orbit, a silent sentinel hovering high above the Earth. Its successful launch marks a pivotal moment in human history, ushering in a new era of global communication. No longer are we bound by the limitations of terrestrial cables and radio waves. Syncom 2, a shining beacon of human ingenuity, promises a future where communication knows no bounds. The world watches in awe, as the impossible becomes reality. The space race, fueled by Cold War rivalry, has yielded a technological marvel that promises to connect the world like never before. Chapter 5. A Continent Unites, the Birth of the OAU. Across the vast expanse of Africa, a new spirit is taking hold. The shackles of colonialism are being cast off, replaced by the intoxicating air of freedom and self-determination. In the bustling Ethiopian capital of Addis Ababa, leaders from 32 newly independent African nations gather. Their mission to forge a new path for Africa, free from the yoke of colonial rule. Out of this historic gathering, the Organization of African Unity, or OAU, is born. A testament to the enduring spirit of Pan-Africanism, the OAU represents a powerful symbol of unity and solidarity. It is a beacon of hope for a continent ravaged by the legacy of colonialism, a pledge to work together to overcome the challenges of poverty, inequality, and conflict. The world watches, hopeful yet wary. Can this fledgling organization, united by a shared past and a common destiny, succeed in its ambitious goals? Only time will tell. A glimmer of hope, the Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. The world watches, holding its breath. The Cold War, a shadow that has loomed large over the past 2 decades, threatens to engulf the planet in nuclear annihilation. But in the midst of this chilling standoff, a glimmer of hope emerges. In Moscow, representatives from the United States, the Soviet Union, and the United Kingdom gather. Their mission to negotiate a treaty that will, for the first time, limit the testing of nuclear weapons. The stakes could not be higher. The fate of the world hangs in the balance. After weeks of tense negotiations, a breakthrough. The Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty is signed, banning nuclear weapon tests in the atmosphere, outer space, and underwater. It's a small step perhaps, but a significant one nonetheless. A testament to the power of diplomacy, the treaty offers a glimmer of hope in a world teetering on the brink. Chapter 7. June 3, 1963. Pope John XXIII, a beloved figure known for his warmth and humility, passes away at the age of 81. The world mourns the loss of a spiritual leader who championed interfaith dialogue and social justice. But from this time of mourning, a new chapter unfolds. Cardinal Giovanni Battista Montini is elected Pope, taking the name Paul VI. Pope Paul VI, a man of sharp intellect and a deep commitment to modernizing the Catholic Church, inherits a world in flux. His papacy will be defined by his efforts to navigate the Church through the tumultuous waters of social and political change. He continues the work of the Second Vatican Council, a groundbreaking assembly of bishops convened by his predecessor, which seeks to address the challenges of the modern world. Pope Paul VI's papacy will be marked by both progress and controversy, as he grapples with issues ranging from birth control to ecumenism, leaving an indelible mark on the Catholic Church. Birmingham, Alabama, a city simmering with racial tension. For years, African Americans have endured the brutal realities of segregation, denied basic human rights, and subjected to horrific violence. But in the spring of 1963, a courageous group of activists decides to take a stand. Led by the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. and the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, the Birmingham Campaign is launched. At the heart of this campaign is a radical act of defiance. Children, some as young as 6, marching for their freedom. These brave children, facing down police dogs and fire hoses with astonishing courage, capture the world's attention. The images of their mistreatment, beamed across the globe by television cameras, shock the conscience of the world. The brutality of segregation, laid bare for all to see, sparks outrage and demands for change. The Birmingham Campaign, a testament to the power of nonviolent resistance and the unwavering spirit of those fighting for justice, marks a turning point in the fight for civil rights in America. For decades, a pervasive myth has taken root in American society. Women, so the story goes, are fulfilled solely by their roles as wives and mothers, content to live their lives within the confines of the home. But in 1963, a groundbreaking book challenges this deeply ingrained notion. Betty Friedan's The Feminine Mystique explodes onto the scene, igniting a firestorm of debate and forever altering the landscape of gender politics. Friedan's book gives voice to a generation of women who feel stifled by the limitations placed upon them. She argues that women are capable of so much more than society allows, that their talents and aspirations extend far beyond the domestic sphere. The Feminine Mystique becomes an instant bestseller, its message resonating with millions of women across America and beyond. It is a clarion call for equality, a demand for women to be recognized for their full potential. Friedan's book marks the beginning of a revolution, a seismic shift in how women view themselves and their place in the world. It is a spark that ignites the second-wave feminist movement, a powerful force for social change that continues to shape the world today. November 23, 1963, Great Britain. A nation seeks solace in television. They witness the birth of a legend. At 5:16 p.m., the BBC airs Doctor Who, introducing the Doctor, a time traveler in the TARDIS, battling Daleks, Cybermen, and more. Doctor Who becomes a cultural phenomenon. Its timeless appeal captivates audiences. As we've journeyed through the tumultuous landscape of 1963, we've witnessed moments of profound tragedy, breathtaking achievement, and radical change. From the depths of despair to the heights of human aspiration, 1963 stands as a testament to the enduring human spirit. The events of that year, etched into the annals of history, continue to shape the world we live in today. The echoes of those pivotal moments reverberate through time, reminding us of the power of hope, the importance of striving for a better tomorrow, and the enduring capacity for change that resides within us all. 1963 was a year that challenged the established order, ignited imaginations, and set in motion forces that continue to shape our world. It was a year that reminded us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit, like a phoenix, has the power to rise from the ashes and soar to unimaginable heights.